Lessismore Productions presents A Lovely Little Planet, a play for voices written and directed by Phil Holt.
Good morning.
Good morning. You see her, don't you?
Yes.
What are you going to do?
Wait. I love mornings like this. I love sitting here in this park on this bench. The autumn leaves so gold, so yellow.
It's a bit chilly.
I love to see the sunrise. I love to see it climb from the horizon and arc its way across the sky.
Of course, it doesn't rise. The earth turns to greet it.
Yes.
It only appears to rise.
So lovely. This lovely little planet. So round.
Yes. Yes.
So green.
So blue.
So perfect.
So troubled.
It's amazing if you think about it.
What?
The totality of it.
Yes, very nice.
Think of it.
Yes, I am.
Every single piece interacting, interconnected.
Yes, very nice.
When I look around here, it seems so delicate, you know? I mean, look at the sunrise. The sunlight dancing on the water.
Hey,
Look at the leaves.
come on.
The leaves on the trees.
Will you stop?
Each leaf a masterpiece.
Don't change the
A
subject.
graceful ballet.
A ballet?
Chlorophyll and cell structure. Such a planet. Such a lovely little planet. So perfect. So unlikely.
Uh-huh.
Consider the infinite universe.
Here we go.
Consider the vast unknowable.
Oh, please.
Consider the expansive unthinkable.
You always do this.
Consider the infinite universe.
You have to attend to matters.
Consider the vast expansive universe.
Now, don't start.
Consider the vast expansive universe.
Stop it.
No, listen. Listen. It's all so endless. So infinitely improbable.
Right.
140 billion years ago.
A while ago.
You mind?
Go on.
Space begins to expand. There's a huge, rapid inflation of space.
Billowing gas.
Then a passive expanse.
growing slowly outward.
Slowly outward.
True.
Let there be light.
Cute.
This vast expanse, it fills with 100 billion distinct galaxies. These galaxies, huge repositories of millions.
Billions of stars and clouds of gas and dust which produce stars.
There's also dark matter comprising 90% of the universe. This dark matter can't be seen. It can only be inferred.
Inferred.
Yes, inferred from its influence on the motions of clouds and gas.
Gas.
These galaxies are the building blocks of the cosmos.
You mean like farting?
No. Gas, the cosmos. This infinite expanse in all directions at once.
Flatulence.
Please. It is without end.
Uh-huh.
These galaxies, so vast, so varied.
Blah.
Some of the galaxies are dwarf spheres, loosely spread out, only a few stars.
Blah, blah, frickin' blah.
Spiral galaxies have flattened disk shapes.
Will you please stop?
Elliptical galaxies,
On and-
large expanses of light spread out for light years. These galaxies, these wonderful cosmic collections.
It never ends with you, does it?
These galaxies,
Galaxies.
telling the story of the birth of stars.
Fascinating. You see her, don't you? You see her?
Yes.
The little girl. This child. 6 years old.
Yes. I see her.
It's her birthday today.
Yes.
There'll be a party later. The family will gather around. Cake, candles, presents.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
This precious little girl.
Yes.
So innocent.
Yes. So playful.
Yes. Look at her riding her bike. Miles and miles from here.
Yes.
Look at the smile on her face.
Yes. Such a wide smile. So innocent.
Yes.
This precious little girl.
Yes. So loved.
Yes.
This little girl riding her bike on a Saturday morning.
So wonderful. So precious.
So unaware.
Yes.
So blissfully unaware.
Yes. One of these galaxies.
Will you come on? Enough.
The Milky Way.
Enough.
It lies 160,000 light years from edge to edge and only 1,000 light years thick.
Are you listening to any of this?
This Milky Way, this flattened accumulation of clouds.
You mean dust?
Yes, dust and gas and stars.
Uh-huh.
It contains a small solar system nestled in one of its spiral arms. In this spiral arm, we have a string of planets of rock and gas.
I know. We've been over this.
Have we?
Millions of times. I know all about the huge bodies revolving around a sun.
They're composed of mostly hydrogen.
Yes.
Helium, too.
Enough with the helium.
There are other elements, too, carbon and nitrogen.
So what?
Among this chain of planets, we discovered this little planet.
Brother.
Please, listen. We discovered this wonderful, lovely little planet.
Uh-huh.
Seen from far off, it's green and blue, so round, so perfect, accented with wisps of white clouds.
She doesn't see it, does she?
No, she doesn't.
The approaching car.
No.
If only she saw it.
Yes.
She doesn't see it, does she?
No.
The driver doesn't see her.
No.
What will happen to this precious little girl?
Stop this.
If only she were to see this approaching car.
No.
She turned the handlebars?
No.
Oh, I'm afraid so.
No.
A quick turn to the right. She darts out into the street.
I can't allow...
The driver is distracted for a second.
No.
Just a second.
I will not have this.
The driver is adjusting the radio.
My child.
The driver looks up.
Stop.
It's too late.
No.
A screech of brakes on pavement.
No.
Oh, yes, there's a sound.
Horrible, desperate sound.
Yes. Then,
A sickening sound.
the grill of the car.
Against that soft, tender, innocent flesh.
Yes.
This delicate child.
Yes.
The impact is...
Tremendous.
She flies through the air, arcing in the air.
She lands on the sidewalk, crumpling against the concrete.
She lies still.
Yes.
The poor little thing.
This poor little child.
This poor little child.
What will happen to this poor little child?
In the mornings like this, when the sun rises, when the earth turns slowly to greet the sun, the east, they're the ones who see it first. The sun rises. It crests the horizon and heads for the sky. The earth turns to greet it.
Uh-huh.
The sun pours out over great land masses, each with their own populations, with their own customs and languages. It pours out over miles and miles and miles.
Kilometers. You mean kilometers?
Yes. Anyway, it pours out over miles, kilometers of gallons, liters, gallons and liters of water. 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. Then gradually, as the day goes on and the world keeps turning, darkness comes. Night follows day and spills out over the land, removing all traces of the sun, until this little planet, this lovely little planet, spins on its axis. Day after day, year after year, decade after decade, century after century, turns to greet the sun. The sun bringing the new day.
Thank you, Carl Sandburg. You do see her, don't you?
Yes.
She is lying, crumpled on the curb.
Yes.
She is badly hurt.
Arms at odd angles.
The parents burst from the front door of their house.
They run across the yard.
People gathered around, make room for
Her mother.
her father.
Her mother is crying. She tries to move her.
Don't move her, the neighbor says. You could injure her.
Father on the cell phone, calling 911.
Send an ambulance. My daughter, she's been hit.
A neighbor calls. An ambulance is on its way.
The father flares with rage.
He confronts the driver.
You son of a...
Please.
You've heard these words before.
Please.
Very well. Words are
The
exchanged.
father confronts the driver.
Rage. Human rage. Teeth, fists, bone against bone. Human rage.
To everything there is a season.
Aren't you going to do anything?
What?
Where's the ambulance?
Consider the animals.
Pay attention.
It's a dizzying array of animal life.
Listen.
No, you listen. Stop your incessant nattering and you pay attention.
Fine.
Fine.
So?
Fish. Insects. Turtles, you know. Birds. Cats. Dogs. Wolves. Chimpanzees. Apes. Orangutans. Giraffes. Rhinos.
Where can you possibly be going with this?
Elephants.
Elephants.
These wonderful creatures. These magnificent creatures.
So what?
Don't you see how perfect it is?
Perfect.
Yes. Atoms into cells.
Cells into tissue.
Tissue into bone. Tissues into flesh.
Stop it with this Pollyanna routine, will you?
This isn't some routine.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of your little travelogue, skipping along, pointing out all the interesting sights and sounds along the way. The flora, the fauna. Over there we have a gazelle. On your left you'll see a eucalyptus tree. La-de-frickin-la.
Well, you needn't get nasty.
You got a little girl dying over there.
I'm aware of that.
Well, do something.
I will.
When?
Wait. You don't like me talking about the animals?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
You act all proud of every little thing, blah, blah, blah.
Of course I'm...
But things went wrong, didn't they? Mistakes were made, as they say.
Like what?
Well, the platypus?
What's wrong with the platypus?
What's wrong with it? What's right about it?
What do you mean?
I mean, the platypus. Come on, what the hell is it?
It's a mammal.
I know it's a mammal. That's my point. Sure, it's a mammal. Sure, it's got fur, but it's got a bill. It's got webbed feet, for crying out loud. Is it a dog? No. Is it a duck? No. It's some freak duck dog. It's a platypus.
Well?
I mean, really, come on. That's mediocre at best. Even the name is silly. Platypus? Platypus? Platypus, platypus, platypus.
You don't like the platypus.
No, I don't like the platypus.
You're a pathetic little man.
At least I didn't create the platypus.
Consider the lilies.
Here we go.
Fine. Consider the animals.
We did.
Beyond the platypus. Look at the variety. The eel, the otter, the penguin, the poodle, the wasp.
Fascinating.
Look at the variety. The ox, the lamb.
Who cares?
You're not even thinking about it.
It's not worth thinking about.
Don't you see?
See what?
The miracle.
The miracle.
Let's go back. The single-celled organism.
Honestly, who cared?
A masterpiece of economy.
Shut up.
Nothing's wasted, see? You don't see it, do you? You're not even considering it.
What's to consider? You're going on and on about some insignificant little organism or whatever. Who cares?
I do.
Well, good for you.
Yes.
This has nothing to do with anything. You've got a little girl dying in there, and you sit here and talk about some stupid little single-celled organism. You should be saving that little girl.
Stop pretending that you're so concerned about this little girl. You don't care. She's not your child. You only care about her to the extent that you think she proves your point. Well, she doesn't prove your point. She's my child.
Well, you are letting your child die. What are you going to do about it?
Wait.
What?
Consider the human,
Yes, let's.
the complexity, the skeleton, a delicate framework of bone. So strong, so fragile.
So what?
Each bone serving its function. Special purposes. Smooth surfaces, sharp angles, foot bones, leg bones, torso bones, neck bones, arm bones, the skull,
Stop it.
cartilage, not quite bone, not quite bone, the nose, the knee. Upon the bone, there is muscle, sinewy strands,
Sinewy strands.
smooth tissue made strong through repeated use and made weak through neglect. A network of activity running throughout.
Do you ever listen to yourself?
Please.
Feet?
Ankles, legs, buttocks.
Yes.
Please.
You mean the ass, right?
Shut up! Stop it with your inane blithering.
I'm blithering. Listen to you. The pelvis, the torso, the back. At least I'm not sitting there naming random body parts.
It's not random.
Whatever you say.
Muscles streaming through the arms, shoulder to fingertip, muscle moving bone. Inside the muscle, the nerves, a vast communicating network.
Uh-huh.
All of this found in this container of skin, bones, and muscle. Under all this lay...
Yes? Lay what?
What?
You said, under all of this lay...
Yes, under all of this lay the organs. They're the specialists, experts at their craft, capturing oxygen, sending it to the muscles, the brain, pumping blood with steady pulse, breaking down food for the dispersal to the muscles, to the bones, keeping things running, expelling food through long, narrow tubes, eliminating waste, the unneeded. A symphony conducted by a master conductor. Consider the brain, the organ overseeing the operation, assessing, analyzing, issuing commands, the conductor, keeping watch over the proceedings, high above the orchestra, the...
What a load of crap!
Please! Such vulgar displays.
What?
It's not necessary.
It's not all that rosy, you know. It can go wrong. It can fail. Any part of the system can break down. Corns, bunions, hammer toes, bone spurs, shin splints, twisted ankle, shattered patella, kneecap.
I know.
Maybe they're struck with spinal paralysis, punctured lung, ruptured disc, hernia, ulcer, cirrhosis of the liver, acid reflux disease.
Wait a minute.
Maybe they have heartburn, colon cancer, rectal cancer, testicular cancer, hemorrhoids, boils, all kinds of rashes, hives, eczema, poison ivy.
Honestly.
Then you got your viral infections. Oh, yes. A malignant alphabet soup of ailments. AIDS, SARS, MS, OCD, muscular dystrophy, gout, rickets, polio, whooping cough, asthma, black lung, the plague, the clap, the croup, brain cancer, skin cancer, testicular cancer, lung cancer, lymphoma, melanoma, carcinoma. Face it, old man, it doesn't work.
It works.
How can you say that?
It all works. It's wonderful, the way they ensure another generation will follow. It's merely a simple mechanical process of pollen falling from a tree, flowers being pollinated by a bee. We're talking about two people who are in love.
Not always,
Ideally.
I guess.
May I?
Go ahead.
Two people meet. They connect. They fall in love. They kiss. They embrace. They make love. We're talking about the flesh of two becoming one in their child.
Yes, but what a ridiculous way to go about it. All that groping, pushing, shoving, all that groaning. Oh.
Would you please?
It's disgusting.
Grow up.
It's inefficient.
The man and woman love. They share their love. The sperm and the ovum, the egg meet. They lie there in the dark.
Somebody farts.
Honestly.
It happens.
The sperm fertilizes the ovum. The ovum begins to divide. It divides itself into many, many cells. Somatic cells.
Here we go again with the cells.
Yes, somatic cells.
Yes, cells. Somatic cells.
Somatic cells.
Somatic cells.
Somatic cells forming various tissues in the body. The germinal cells become implanted in the glands, destined to carry on the species years later.
But there's no point.
Yes, there is.
It comes to no good. It doesn't work.
It works.
No, it doesn't.
I'll prove that it works.
Go ahead.
Cellular division. Cells. The structural foundation of living things. After time, there's a heartbeat. After time, arms, legs, hands, feet. After time, there's movement.
It comes to no good.
It does. The mother can feel and then see the movements inside of her. After time, 9 months' time, 40 weeks' time, it is time to be born. From the love of two people, there is another. There's a child.
Another squalling brat. Big deal.
This is how it works. This is why it works. This happens every day. This miracle.
Miracle? It happens every single day.
This is what I admire about them. Their need to live. The need to continue life. on a very real, basic, visceral level. This is why they're beautiful.
So what? The child is born. The parents are dazed, confused, tired.
But they are moved to care for this wonderful, challenging little creature.
It cries. It screams. Parents don't sleep much anymore.
But they love this little child with all their being. After time, the child grows. The child explores. The child becomes who the child will become.
After time, after a long time, the child is no longer a child. The child changes. It molts. It shifts. It becomes an adolescent. Puberty.
Yes.
Puberty.
Yes.
Weird word, isn't it? Puberty.
It is strange, shape-shifting, transforming entity. Not quite child, not yet adult. It is this odd,
Puberty.
sulking, laughing,
Puberty.
brooding, funny,
Puberty.
sad, elated, moody creature.
I get it.
After time, after many problems that seem insurmountable at the time, drift into the past. All those years fly by. The child becomes an adult. The child leaves the home of their parents. If other children follow the first, the cycle continues until they are all gone. The two who loved and created these creatures are...
Alone again.
Yes.
The two are finally alone.
Their adult children are now out finding their lives, finding their loves. The two are now alone with each other. They grow old now. They grow old together.
Until
After time,
one of them gets sick.
yes. They pray. They pray for health. They pray.
Maybe health returns. But after time,
One of them.
one of them dies. One is left alone
The children may gather around the parent that is left.
for a time. But soon the remaining parent is alone.
Yes.
Then after time, they die. Now the child is without a parent. The child is now alone in the world.
Maybe they have a family of their own. The cycle goes on. How can you look at this and say that it doesn't work?
It's all very nice, but you left out a lot of detail. It can all go wrong at any point. All along the way, it can go wrong.
But
Don't try to say that it can't go wrong. It can go wrong. It will go wrong. You see her, don't you?
yes.
Where is the ambulance?
Wait.
This is helping.
Wait.
The child is in pain, isn't she?
Yes.
Well,
What?
will she live?
Wait. Words. I love their words. Their invention to communicate meaning. Words, these individual units, the atoms of the language designed to convey meaning. Words. Words are not numbers.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh no. Words are more subtle, adaptable to their circumstances. They have no set value as numbers do. Words have multiple meanings depending on the context.
Why do you do this?
7 is always a 7,
A 7 is also a word,
but also a number.
but also a word.
But primarily a number.
Uh-huh.
Their words are much like colors.
Colors.
Yes. They depend largely on the context in which they are used. The color yellow has quite a different meaning, context, when it is used with green or blue than when it is used with red. A word's meaning shifts depending widely on where it falls in the sentence. Fire your weapon. It has a different meaning than our house is on fire or you're fired.
Yes.
Words are a lot less flexible than colors.
Really?
Red can be about fear, anger, heat, passion, danger.
So?
The words form sentences. I love you.
What?
Stay with me on this. I love you. It could mean I care for you. I'm attracted to you. I'm proud of you.
I know you'll believe this and do what I want.
No other animal does this. No other animal needs to do this.
I don't know. I mean, a dog barks.
Yes,
Dolphins squeak.
Yes, send messages.
Yes. They communicate.
Yes, but no other animal needs to communicate to this extent. This need, this desire to connect, to convey. This is why I love the human. Just look at their history. Events roll on, like waves in the ocean,
Washing up on shore.
washing over the globe. Peace,
Struggle. War.
so many times, again and again.
Over and over.
Consider the human.
Yes, let's.
The first people, hunting, gathering. Then they stop running. They stay put. They tame fire, make the wheel, domesticate cattle,
People put down roots.
raising food, setting up house, all over the world.
Digging deep into the ground.
Huts, villages, towns, cities,
Civilizations.
appearing.
Disappearing. Vanishing.
The ancients,
The Mayans. Their temples.
the Egyptians, their pyramids, the Greeks, the Africans, the Aztecs, the Inuit, the Germanic tribes, all taking root.
I know.
Soon there are tools. Their buildings grow. Temples, castles, pyramids, built by proud, hard-working people.
It's all built on the backs of slaves. Right?
Yes, but now there are tools.
So,
Well, they make work easier.
come on. Work stays the same. Work is work.
Still, societies grow.
Come and go. Flash in the pan, rise and fall.
Well, consider their history.
I don't want to.
You want detail?
No, you'll never shut up.
Well then, you have to admire them. These humans, for getting up every day, giving it a try, day after day.
Well, shut up about it already.
Fine.
Fine.
You see it, don't you?
What?
Here it comes.
Red lights flashing.
Sirens wailing. It's killing you, isn't it? Help is on the way.
The ambulance screeches to a halt.
The paramedics leap out. They check her vital signs.
They call the hospital. Electric voices squawking in the air.
Yes.
Mommy's precious little girl.
Yes.
The girl is loaded onto a gurney, a stretcher.
Straps are tightened.
Belts are fastened. She is loaded into the ambulance.
So many tears.
They are praying.
Yes.
They pray through their sobs. Lord, save my little girl, my precious little girl.
The ambulance speeds off.
Will you answer their prayers?
Red lights flashing.
Sirens wailing.
Shrieking.
And you?
And I.
And you do nothing.
Wait.
What will happen to this precious little child? Wait. This is all you're doing?
What?
This ambulance.
Why must you snipe at everything?
It's inadequate.
Don't question me.
They pray to you, and this is all you provide? An ambulance?
You will see.
This ambulance.
Yes?
You see it, don't you?
Yes.
There it is. Lights flashing, sirens blaring.
Yes?
It won't make it in time.
Don't.
It's never going to make it in time.
Why?
It's stuck in traffic.
No.
A line of cars. Half a block from the intersection. They're caught unawares. They don't know what to do.
Get out of the way.
Should they turn off to the left or the right? What should they do?
Don't.
I will.
You wouldn't.
I'm afraid so.
My child.
The ambulance. It weaves around the flustered cars. It finally approaches the intersection, picking up speed, trying to make up for lost seconds.
Yes.
The crowded intersection.
Yes?
But one car doesn't notice that the light has changed.
No.
That car isn't going to stop.
You can't.
Aren't you going to do something?
You...
They're going to collide. This car is going to take your precious little child.
No.
It's going to run the red light.
I won't have it.
You're too late.
Car screeches to a halt. Inches from the intersection.
Damn it.
The ambulance speeds through, unhit.
Crap.
My precious child.
That's not fair.
They're moving now.
Yes.
Moving.
I know.
They're on their way.
The little girl.
On their way.
They won't make it in time.
Yes, they will.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
No.
Yes.
You know it's too late for her.
You don't know.
Be realistic.
I am.
There's no way they'll make it on time. Seconds tick away.
Move. The hand of an expert driver, clutching a steering wheel. The eye searching the way. They're almost there. Almost there. A block away. They're almost there. Will you be quiet? The siren blares. There it is. The hospital. They can see it now. They have a block to go. Stop it! Will you stop it? They pull into the parking lot. Wheels turning on asphalt. Tires braking. The back doors fly open. The paramedics leap out. They pull out the stretcher. Metal legs pop into position.
It's futile.
The double doors to the hospital slide open.
Pointless.
She's home now. They will care for her.
It's getting late.
Wait.
You see her, don't you?
Hmm?
You see her, the little girl, being wheeled into the emergency room.
Yes, I do.
They're running out of time.
No, they're not.
It's too late.
No. No, it's not.
Tick,
The emergency room. The surgeons.
tick,
They descend like birds.
tick,
Serious
tick.
birds.
tick,
Crushed frontal lobe.
tick,
Tibia.
tick,
Fibia. Crushed pelvis.
tick,
We've got to get her stabilized.
tick.
We need blood.
Tick, tick. This precious little girl
Lying still on a table.
in an operating room.
The doctors.
They can't do anything.
Yes, they can.
It won't do any good.
It will.
No.
Expert hands moving, gripping, delicately, swiftly.
It's not good enough. She's losing too much blood.
Consider the atom.
What?
The atom.
What are you doing?
Consider the atom.
What about it?
Well, it's the building block, isn't it?
The building block.
Yes. The building block of all matter.
So what?
Hmm?
So what?
So that's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Protons, neutrons,
And this is important. Why?
protons, neutrons, the nucleus, the center, electrons in constant motion around it. Then there's string theory.
String theory. Oh, God.
Yes?
First time. Funny. After that, less so.
What? Am I bothering you?
You're drifting again.
I'm not drifting. Pay attention. I have a point.
And that is?
Follow me.
Follow you. I don't think so.
Yes, follow me on this.
You never say anything. Blah, blah, blah. The electrons. So what?
The electrons in beautiful tiny orbitals.
The electrons.
Yes. The basics.
Who cares?
They can't be broken down any further, you know.
So?
So?
Yeah. So.
Well, that's something, isn't it?
That's something, isn't it? That's your response?
Response?
This little girl is dying.
I know.
And that's your response? Atoms?
No. No, of course not.
Well,
Wait.
she can't wait.
Still, you cannot deny the order of things.
Order? Please.
Consider the atom.
Again, with the atoms.
Yes, the atom.
What about it?
Well, you start there, don't you? You start with the atom. Nucleus, protons, neutrons, electrons. From there are cells. Cell wall, cell membrane. Inside a mass of cytoplasm, an insoluble substance inside the cell wall surrounding the nucleus. From these cells, tissue. Strand cells creating muscle, creating bone, creating a diaspora of life, living things, living organisms. These cells, these tissues dividing and dividing into plants, moss, tiger lilies, cacti, palm trees, deciduous, pine, fir, tamarack, sunflowers, redwood, all of them fitting into a delicate, ornate structure, an intricate order.
Uh-huh. You see her, don't you?
Yes,
She's dying.
she's not, you know.
She is.
No. These are gifted surgeons.
Still, internal bleeding.
You'll see.
What will happen to this little girl? This broken little treasure?
Wait. Wait. You'll see.
What will happen to this precious little girl? It's been hours.
I know.
There are complications.
Yes.
Things have developed. Complications develop. She's losing a lot of blood.
I know.
Your precious little child.
Yes.
You care for this child?
Yes.
What are you going to do? Well,
Wait.
you see her now?
Yes.
That little girl.
The precious little child.
A hospital waiting room. A family gathered around.
Yes.
An emergency room. Grim-faced doctors.
So many broken bones. Nothing they can do.
Nothing you can do.
Wait.
Why don't you do something for them?
I will.
Do something now.
Will you please stop this?
They pray to you.
I know.
Don't you hear them?
I hear them.
Are you going to answer their prayers?
Yes.
Well,
Well, what?
the car accident.
Has crushed her ribs.
Yes.
Shattered the delicate bones in her tiny body.
Yes. And what do you do?
Wait.
What will happen to this precious little child?
Dear sweet child.
Why don't you do something?
I will.
When?
Wait.
You see her, don't you?
Yes.
A little girl, a sterile hospital room, a family gathered round.
Yes.
Have you listened to the prayers coming out of that hospital room? Dear God, please don't let her die. Dear God, please save my daughter. Please save my little sister. Dear God, please don't let her die. Lord, please don't let her die.
I hear them.
They want you to do something.
Wait!
They want you to protect them from me. Without me, you are nothing. They beg you to help them. And you
And I?
do nothing.
Wait.
It's over, old man.
No.
You have failed. You said you'd care for your children.
Yes.
You didn't care for her.
Wait.
It's time. You're done. You don't matter anymore. You're irrelevant.
No.
Oh, yes. Well, it won't be long for her now.
Wait.
Think of all the things in this world that she'll never see. She'll never run barefoot across soft, dewy grass. She'll never again nuzzle a puppy's face. She'll never again watch your precious sun rise into the sky.
No.
It's all but over for her now.
Wait.
She'll never grow up.
Wait.
She'll never dance with that handsome boy from history class.
Wait.
She'll never pack up her belongings into the back of her parents' station wagon and go off to college.
I know. I know. She'll never feel the unbearable heartbreak of first love.
She'll never stay up all night crying and talking and laughing with her best friends until the sun rises through the windows of her cramped dorm room. Will she? Will she?
Wait.
In college, in sophomore year, she'll never worry that she's pregnant. She'll never pray that this isn't happening. She'll never think about dropping out of school. She'll never find that the test is negative. She'll never graduate. Will she? Will she?
No.
She'll never be the first in her family to graduate from college. She'll never lead a beautifully imperfect life. Will she? Will she? Will she? Will she?
Wait.
Wait. Wait.
Cells into tissue. Tissues into muscle. Tissues into bone. Cells into blood. Cells working together to become systems. Creating life. No. Cells. Dying. Tissues dying. Shutting down.
So, you do nothing. You.
And I.
She'll be plucked from this life of promise, and you do nothing.
Wait.
Wait? Wait? That's all they ever get from you. Wait, wait. People suffering all over the world, people dying all over the world, and all you say is wait, wait, wait. Well, you know something? That's not good enough. And it just doesn't work anymore. They need your help now, these children of yours. They need you to be the loving, caring God you've told them you were going to be. They need you to keep your promises.
I keep my promises.
No, you don't.
I do.
You don't. You string them along. You lead them along. Believe in me and you'll have eternal life. Really. I promise. Where does that leave them now? What does that do for them now?
Wait.
No, that's not good enough. That's not good enough for that little girl, that poor helpless little girl. The car accident has decimated this little girl. That little girl, Daddy's little girl, Mommy's precious treasure. What are you going to do for her? You see her, don't you?
Yes.
Don't you care for her?
I care for her.
You don't.
I do. I will care for her as I care for all of my children.
When?
Soon.
You do nothing.
You will see.
When?
Wait.
When?
Now.
No. No. Now it's too late.
My dear child.
You're too late.
My dear little child.
No, she's slipping away.
My child, you have suffered so.
It's too late.
Your suffering is over.
Her organs, they're shutting down.
Come into my kingdom.
Her liver,
My dear sweet child.
her kidneys.
My dear, precious, sweet, lovely little child.
You're too late.
I welcome you.
Stop it. It's pointless. It's too late.
I welcome you.
Stop it.
I welcome you into my kingdom, my precious child.
No.
Free yourself now. Slip from your earthly bonds.
No.
Yes. Welcome home, my dear child. Welcome home.
No.
Welcome home, my dear, precious child. It is finished.
You see them, don't you?
Family?
Yes.
Yes.
You stole their daughter from them.
No. I gave their daughter to them.
You took their daughter.
No.
She's gone. You did nothing.
She is with me.
Their daughter is gone.
Yes.
And you.
I am with them.
No. You hear them. You see how they cry.
Yes. I am in their tears.
How can you say that?
I love them. I will always be with them. In pain, in joy, in sorrow, in loss.
Really? Where are you?
I am with them to comfort them, to care for them.
No. You stole her from them.
No. I gave her to them.
No.
Yes. The doctor approaches the family. They look up from their hands. I'm very sorry. We did all we could. She was very brave. She fought hard. I'm very sorry.
The family howls.
They weep.
They moan.
Yet, on another floor, a different family. You see them, don't you?
Who?
On another floor, in another wing of the hospital. Another family.
Yes.
A hospital bed, a sterile room, a family gathered round.
Yes.
The mother in bed, a baby in her arms.
Yes.
A baby, a daughter, only hours old.
Yes.
Think of all the things in this world that she'll see. She'll run barefoot across soft, dewy grass. She'll nuzzle a puppy's face. She'll watch the sun rise into the sky. She is my child, my precious little child. I will be with her.
And the other girl?
My precious child is with me.
I see.
This child, hours old,
Yes.
she will bring hope.
Hope?
Yes. It begins.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because it does.
Why?
I love to watch the sunset. The evening sky, so perfect. The sun so slowly setting the west.
Of course, it doesn't really set.
From Earth it appears to set.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. This lovely little planet, so round,
Yes.
so green,
So blue.
so perfect.
So troubled.
Yes. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Good night.
Yes. Good night.
You've been listening to A Lovely Little Planet, a play for voices written and directed by Phil Holt and produced by Lessismore Productions. In the cast, you heard Tim Perfect and Lucas Gerstner. The music was composed and performed by Sean Holt. Copyright 2007 by Phil Holt. Thanks for listening.